Look at that. I'm so excited about this. Look at that. Get them. Trump signs action on financial regulations. You can see me in the background there. They didn't really want to put me on camera because, sometimes I don't want to go into all the details, but they said, well, they said I was too handsome for television and I had more of a face for radio. And I mean, again, I don't like to brag because, anyway, I just talked about this. Holy shit, I'm so excited. And, wake up, I'm having my cappuccino. You don't even believe me. You're thinking I'm making that up. Look at this. This is cappuccino right there. Holla, look at that. Check this out. Trump moves to undo Dodd-Frank. See, what happens, Dodd was fucking Frank. Frank was fucking Dodd. Then they were like, you know what we should do? We should fuck the American people. And then guess what they did? They did that, and then boom. So here we go. Man, this Trump guy, he's not wasting time. So let's do Fibonojji does the Wall Street Journal. See what's up. We could talk about Amazon's profit exceeds Target. Now, is that a pun on Target, or does that mean that Amazon is going to do some drones? Because I heard from a guy who knows a guy that sometimes this Jeff Bezos dude, every time shit doesn't go right, he starts talking about drones, and people are like, I love drones, but seriously. And he's buying a lot of land out in West Texas. This Jeff Bezos guy, 55% says rise in fourth quarter profits because of Fibonojji decided to take over and help Amazon exceed profits. And then we got this guy, Africa, says Africa entrepreneur struggles as Africa slumps. I hate it when Africa slumps. And then we have fashion is going downward. I mean, not just my fashion, but everybody's fashion. And we probably should get somebody to kind of help this guy out because his dad was demanding. At least he had a father. It's so hard to talk about. And then it's an open season in the Quell Belt, which is a thing. They're trying to make it a thing. I mean, they keep trying to make fetch happen. I tell them, like, guys, seriously, it's not going to happen. They're like, it's going to happen. The Quell Belt, it's the expense of maintaining a large sporting plantations, many held in the same families for generations, which is basically just code for like plantations, but they don't want to call it, so they call it mansions. Let's look at some charts. Sometimes when people are really, really smart, they look at charts. It says the economy, people's problem. The economy's people, what the fuck is it? See, the efficient frontier, that makes no sense to me. Let's talk about bonds growing up, because sometimes bonds will mature and help Fed tighten policy, which is exactly what we need. We need more federal policy. I mean, that's so indicative of this country. Most people, when they get together in a room, they look at this country, they look at the economics, they look at the unemployment, they look at the African-American unemployment, and they go, you know what this country needs? We need more regulations. When in fact, what people really need, they need jobs. Anyway, let's go a little Fibonacci here. Guacamole turf is tasty, but you must try the sauce. This is just getting, I don't even like the way the Wall Street's doing this. They're talking about guacamole. And then we have Italy. And the migrants are bitter. I mean, they're bitter. They are bitter. The bitter harvest for migrants in Italy's groves. It says the collapse in the orange prices because of failed economic policy is forcing illegal immigrants to compete for shrinking pools of jobs. See, even there we need more regulations because, see these people here, they just want to make a living. They don't want to have to worry about orange prices forcing illegal migrants. And then this guy, the Ethiopian premier, seeks closer relations with U.S. And just sometimes you go in Tinder and they go, you know what? It's time to swipe right. Ethiopian premier wants closer relations. Oh, then we got this guy. Probably the luckiest human being on the planet. Things to be banned from football. How about being too fucking amazing? Or how about winning the human lotto? I mean, he's married to a beautiful woman. Oh, yeah. And then now he's trying to act like Tom Cruise, which is fine. My Hawks, Falcons, sorry. So I still have the Atlanta Hawks. I went to Vegas. I watched their basketball game. Let's talk about the NFL's running back revolution. We got the Atlanta Falcons with Green Bay. Let's have a little Fibonojji moment. Who are the most loyal fans in the NFL? Top 5. Green Bay better be 1 or 2, or you need to just unsubscribe from this channel. The Green Bay fans are the most loyal, second only to the Vikings. The worst fans in the NFL, who are they? Who are the worst human beings on the planet with the worst fans in the world? I'm sorry, what'd you say? Did you say Dallas Cowboys? See, we get along so well. There's nothing worse than Dallas Cowboy fans. In fact, I'm just not a Cowboy fan. I don't like the owner. I like the players. I just hate the fucking fans. But back to the Falcons, Atlanta. Holla. All right, where else are we going to go here? What do you want to talk about? I guess we can go to the USA Today. It says the White House alters stance on Israel. They are requiring that more. They're requiring reverse circumcisions to Israelis. And again, it's not something I really want to talk a lot about on this channel. I don't want to make this channel too political. I don't want to talk about federally protected statuses too much, except when it involves Texas Criminal Code 2503 and how important federally protected statuses are. But one thing that the White House is doing is they are altering their stance on Israeli circumcisions, which means now they are letting the child, once the child is born, the White House is requiring via Dodd-Frank for them to sign a waiver allowing them to cut their dick. So it's really weird that we still allow that. You're like, is he making a circumcision joke? Because he was just talking about Tom Brady, and then he was talking about the Falcons, and now he's talking about federally protected statuses and the alters the stance on Israel, and I just wish he'd just be nice to Netanyahu. Listen, I'm just saying gender is a federally protected status. And it's really weird in this country, the first thing we do to men is we cut their dicks. Just think of the reality. Think of the equivalent if females experience that. You're like, are you really that passionate about gender equality? Yes, I am. I'm just a superfluous man. And these are my notes. You guys be good. Holla.